started. Okay, I know the weather is absolutely crap out there, but I'm sure you'll agree that was an exciting TSO Superpole session. If you thought that was exciting, and you don't care that it's raining cats and dogs, make some noise here at Donington! Okay, what about giving Valentina a round of applause as well? Yeah, she's... come on, you can do better than that. You can always count on Mrs. Haslam, one with the gobby one in the pink down the front there, so good to see you, and first time of course that Leon Haslam is back on the front of the grid since 2012, ladies and gentlemen, Moscow 2012, very good. We're just waiting for a couple of the riders to start, so let's just give you some facts and figures. We did have a total of 11 crashes in the 2 Superpole sessions out of the 20 riders, but I'm pleased to report that all of the riders are up on their feet, everybody okay, and they'll be riding tomorrow, which is good news. We're holding a competition through the season, just because I thought it would be quite good fun really to see who the loudest crowd was that we had as we go through the year. Now the leader of the noise scale, if you like, so far is Aragon. Surprisingly this year, it's a track in the middle of nowhere, but we had a great turnout this year, and rightly so. We've got 9 manufacturers, and I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been involved with Superbike for a couple of years. Superbike for me is getting back towards the heyday. Now we've got 9 manufacturers, full grids, new manufacturers as well. And I'm just looking around the crowd here, and I can actually see, looking down here, we've got representatives or a lot of fans here supporting the new Hero EBR team. That deserves a round of applause. Absolutely, we have a new team this year in the championship. And also down here, maybe we'll get a word with him at the end of the show, but we've got Craig Jones, 3-time World Stunt champion. Dan, give us a word, more or less, kind of. He does great things on a bike, but give us a bit of a wave. Craig Jones is in the audience as well, ladies and gents. And great to see all of the EBR fans this weekend, and great to see a new manufacturer in the championship. Okay, so I'm sure you don't want to hear me battling on for hours, so let's kickstart the show. And a little treat for you to begin. Are we going with that order, or are we changing it? Okay, she's the boss, so I have to do as I'm told. So this is new for us this year. You may remember last year we had a very, very short TSO Superpole and a short Paddock show that we do on a Sunday. It's really been sort of lengthened, and we're putting on a bigger show for you guys, so hopefully you're going to make some noise. As I said, I'd like to leave here today, or leave here on Sunday, heading to Malaysia, with Donington and the British fans being the loudest. Okay, so I want lots of noise, otherwise I'll just put the microphone down and go and have a cup of tea or something. So let's bring the riders out then. First of all, onto the stage, representing the Team Alsar Motor. I'm sure you'll agree it was a fantastic effort by him and his teammate, but please make some noise for Christian Iddon! Okay, just being advised, Christian's teammate Davide was of course the fastest of the Evo riders, but he did, as I say, sorry mate, I have to say that, you were close though, weren't you? A couple of tenths. But we thought we'd bring Christian along as well. His first home race, of course, riding in a Superbike this year, doing a great job. His teammate, unfortunately, did have a small tumble in that first TSO Superpole. Didn't take part in the second one, but he's just been checked out to make sure that he's okay. So we've brought Christian along, and I'm sure you guys are glad that he's here as well. We certainly are. Moving on then to the front row of the grid and water session, indeed that was. Let's make some noise then for the rider that will start from 3rd position tomorrow in the both races from Italy for the Aprilia Racing factory team. Please welcome Marco Melandri. And now this is where you're really going to be tested, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, but he's one of the nice guys in the paddock. I mean, all of the riders are nice guys, of course, but for me, when I sort of grew up in the paddocks, the Haslam family, synonymous with racing. How about this then, making his debut front row start tomorrow, the first front row start since 2012 in Moscow. Make some noise, go absolutely crazy, Donington Park for Leon Haslam! I think we've got a few fans in. Okay, moving on then to our pole sitter, and I'm sure you'll agree, this is a pretty heroic effort. Not only did he take pole position, but he also crashed in the session as well. So he's here, he's backstage, he's dusted himself off. taking a pole position after being on the front row of the grid at Imola. For the factory Ducati Superbike team from Italy, please make some noise for Davide Giugliano! And I think that makes for quite an interesting front row tomorrow. Of course, on the second row of the grid, I will just mention, also taking his career best qualifying in 4th position, just missing out. Marco just pipped him with his last lap, but 4th position tomorrow will be the Volcom Present Suzuki of Alex Lowe's, ladies and gentlemen. Alex, not with us obviously for the press conference, but I thought I'd give a shout out to the reigning British Superbike champion. Now this next guy, I'm not really sure how to introduce him, but maybe if I said he's a 4-time world champion. He has 59 victories. He was a bit of an icon in Superbike when of course Superbike started back here. Make some noise for the multiple world champion, Carl Fogarty! Okay, Carl, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Pleasure. Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to since you've not been riding. What's been keeping you busy for the last couple of years?
Plenty of holidays, really. That's about it.
I can tell with the tan, yeah, you're looking well tan, right?
I don't know. I get asked to do a lot of events and things and stuff with Ducati and a bit of TV stuff now and again. But yeah, too many things. But like you said, I'm pretty much retired as well. But I like to get out on the bikes as when I can. And even on Monday we're out on the motocross bike. So yeah, just enjoying life and doing bits and bats when I get asked to do so.
Obviously, Donington Park, you've had some fond memories of Donington over the year, but I saw you intently watching that Superpole session. Did you fancy just sticking your levers on and getting out there with the boys?
Not at all, no. And if it was dry, yeah, I mean, the head says yes, but the body says no. But yeah, a lot of good memories here and a few bad ones as well, but it kind of all started here for me winning that first round in 92, and 20 years ago, that's what I'm here for now, I guess, 20 years on, winning the World Championship race here in 94 and the World Championship for the first time. So yeah, it's a special place. One of my favourite circuits in the world is Donington. It's great to be back, and hopefully the sunshine will come out for you guys tomorrow.
It's good having Carl back in the paddock, isn't it, ladies and gents? Yes. Carl, you come out with a replica. Tell us a little about the Shark helmet there. What's the reason for this?
Yeah, just seen it for the first time. I've got back with Shark again and just kind of doing a 20th anniversary replica, which will be available for sale in all good motorcycle shops and some shit ones as well, probably. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think it looks really nice, actually. Really, what do you think? It's all right. I'm impressed with it. You're going to buy one?
And just to finish off, we have got a little video which we're going to run in a minute, which you don't know anything about, but we'll run that in a second. But I was having a chat with your old stablemate Jim Whittam, and he's always not one to sit on the fence. Of course, you guys will be renowned or know of Jamie, of course, from his PSP days and Superbike days. But when I said to James earlier in the week, I said, put your money where your mouth is, mate. Who's going to win at Donington? And he went, someone from Britain. Now, I'm going to put a bit more pressure on you. Give us a name. Who do you think is going to go out and get the victory on Sunday? No pressure, but give us a name.
Someone from Great Britain, then. No, I think it will be one of the British guys, to be honest. I mean, let's see what the weather's going to do. If it's wet, I fancy this guy could spring a surprise and get the win. If it's dry, probably fancy Tom slightly at this stage. I saw the way he was going yesterday. He finished quickest in the dry section, so hopefully it'll be a Brit on the top step. I'm sure it will be, but if I'd stick my neck out and mention a name, I'd probably go for Tom right now.
And in terms of the championship, before we play the video, Superbike is great this year. We've got 9 manufacturers in the championships and brand new bikes that never turned a wheel before we got to Australia. Superbikes, what's your thoughts on Superbikes 2014?
Yeah, from a British point of view, it's fantastic. I mean, we've got so much good talent out there, and we've got 5, 6 guys who can win races and finish on the podium. So from a British point of view, it's fantastic. And I obviously enjoy watching the races and following the British guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it then for the 4-time world champion, Carl Fogarty! And we're just going to play a little video clip for, I think it's about a minute long, ladies and gents, but some memories there for Carl, and we'll just get that running for you now. There we go, hopefully you can see behind the riders.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a bit emotional watching that. All 2 hours.
Not a problem. Okay, if we could just maybe, I'll take the microphone, pass that down to Christian, and let's have a quick chat with the boys that have been in action today. So Christian, as I've said already, debut season in World Superbike for you, moving up of course from World Supersport. Tell us a little bit about the season so far, and again the second fastest Evo rider today, just behind your teammate.
Yeah, season so far has been good. Obviously we missed the first round at Phillip Island, so this is our third or fourth. Well, not far in anyway, so yeah, brand new bikes, obviously everything's very new to us. That's pretty much the second wet session that we've had. Haslam was the first one and managed to throw it down the road there, and I was trying to throw it down the road in that session a good few times then and managed to just stay on it more through luck than anything else, so no, really enjoying it. Like yesterday we made huge progress in the dry, and today now we've got a lot of information to progress hopefully in the wet.
And looking ahead to the races tomorrow, there's a chance that we might see the first pit stops of the season. Have you been practicing hard with the guys?
Yeah, every time we come in I see all the other teams practicing pit stops and ours don't seem to bother, so I don't know if they're practicing I'm not watching or what, or if you're just going to leave me out there. I'll just crack on with slicks in the wet. So yeah, they don't seem too bothered. No, it's an interesting thing, the flag-to-flag situation. I think it adds that's an interesting thing, because it's something else you've got to think about. So it brings in a few different ways to get about in the race. It was a good one at Russia last year that I was watching. I was in Supersport and I watched the Superbike race, and it was amazing seeing some of the guys' different ideas on when to stay out and when to come in. So yeah, the weather could be a big part, and that'll be interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it then for Christian Iddon. You can do better than that, come on. Okay, moving on to Marco Melandri. Marco, we were saying in the live television there, treacherous conditions, really slippy. Give us your thoughts on that session and how important it was for you to be back on the front row for tomorrow.
Yeah, it was unbelievable tough. It was the fast session in the downhill and then in up. It was very difficult to find the limit of the lean angle of the bike, and it was so easy to lose the grip, and it was very scary actually. So I think there I was not fast. But the last session for me was much better. The last part of the track was much better. And when I saw in the end Davide in front of me, I thought he was one of the fastest guys because he was looking very aggressive on the bike, maybe too aggressive in the last lap. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. It's amazing. Just want to say thanks to my team that they are working hard. And I don't know what will be tomorrow the weather, but will be anyway a very difficult race.
Again, a question about pit stops. If we turn back to the last time that we had pit stops, you of course were running for a different team, but the fastest pit stop in Moscow. So it must give you a little bit of confidence that you're ready for those conditions if you do need to come in and change tyres tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'll be ready, but we work hard to improve the speed to change tires. But here the track is very, as we see today, it's very slippery. So when we go from dry setting to the wet, during the race is not the same than to start the session with a wet setting. So will be very tricky. So I hope we'll be raining not hard as today. Actually, dry race is much better for everyone.
And I'm sure we'll agree we'd like to see a dry race tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, our third place finisher and front row tomorrow for 2 races, Marco Melandri. Okay, move on to Leon Haslam. As I've said, your first front row since 2012, the first since joining Honda. A great session for you out there today, Leon.
Yeah, the rain's a big leveler for sure. This morning in the wet, we was one of the few that stayed out on the wet tyres, and we made a lot of progress, to be honest with you, as far as the wet setup goes. In Haslam, we was coming through quite strong. It was only a 10-lap race, but I felt pretty good in the wet. We are making progress in the dry. It's definitely been a tough start to the season, but yeah, starting from the front row is definitely going to help that.
We're looking ahead to tomorrow. The forecast is giving only 60% chance of rain, so it may be dry, but great steps forward with you and the whole Paddock Honda team from Imola. So you must be confident that you can get an equally as good result, hopefully in the dry tomorrow, if it is dry.
Yeah, no, sure. When we hit the bike on the net on the head, the bike's super competitive, and Jonathan proved in that last weekend with a flawless weekend, and we found a lot out in the test afterwards, and when we do hit that point, the bike's super competitive, the team's trying really hard, so we just need to make sure that we're there, and like I said, front row start's definitely going to help me because we've been way back in previous events, and it makes it tough, coming through the field.
Okay, we wish you well tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Leon Haslam! So a difficult session, as Marco and as Leon said, but a small crash as well, but still smiling, and another pole position for you in Ducati.
For me, it's a very difficult session. The track is very difficult, but I like more of this track. But in this condition, it's very difficult and go fast. But I'm very happy for me and for the first pole in Ducati, and I'm very happy for the team, for the fans. And we have gold. I'm sorry for my English, but for the next year is good.
Ladies and gentlemen, our pole position sitter, the winner of Tissot Superpole here at Donington, Davide Giugliano. I'll take the microphone back from you, and if I can just get rid of the mic. Before we let these guys go, just to make you aware, I know that a lot of you are sort of familiar with Superbike. We do have a presentation to make tomorrow on the grid, and that is of course for the Tissot Superpole watch. But Davide will receive a certificate, which we kindly going to ask Carl if he will present that in a moment. So before we do that, let's welcome to the stage a representative from Tissot. Come on, is that the best you can do? And Davide, if I can ask you to, if we can just move back next to the Tissot Superpole backdrop. I'm collecting the certificate. There we go. And as we can look down here for the official photo, once again our pole position sitter tomorrow for the Ducati Superbike team, Davide Giugliano. Thank you to the girls. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, there were difficult conditions out there, not conditions I certainly wouldn't have wanted to be on. As I said, Carl wasn't even tempted to get back on track either, but a great result for the guys on stage. Let's hear it in one more time for Iddon, Marco Melandri, Leon Haslam.